Herb Dean, our referee. Tonight's fight clock brought to you by Harley Davidson. Enter for UFC. Southpaw stance for Jones.
Oh, spinning back the body.
What should we look for from OSP?
So what is to start to confuse him? He needs to be first. He needs to be going. He can't be waiting.
Possibility.
Well, Jones just does it by being Jones. I mean, what he does, movement of OSP. And one of the best ways to do that is to be active.
Well, you see this with Jones a lot. You can almost see him processing the move. Processing the pace of fight really does benefit him.
Very similar. Jon does also is he slides just out of the way of your stuff. He's one of the figures out how fast you can move versus how fast he can close the distance.
He has the ability to get to Jones as fast as Jones can get to most earth, to process the movements and the actions of Ovince Saint Preux.
And relax and being able to fight to the best of his ability. Just being able to
react in the big fight. Ovince has main evented some FS1's card, but it's never been ideal. Right now, though, this type of fight is okay for him.
His most trouble. And so the point you guys brought up about this simulates that style. Pretty much nobody, let alone trying to prepare and
that can combine everything as he does. A guy that can wrestle. A guy that his attack.
Very utilizes a lot of traditional martial arts techniques along into the thigh.
The rematch with UDC, the second fight. Jones said he
has nothing to lose. And as you saw with the front kick that Jon does to the knee, Ovince Saint Preux, when Jon does switch his stance, he needs to go to his big body.
Good jab.
Nice jab by Ovince. You know, but you know, not too much. There's been what should have been going on. I don't want to say bad things about his corner, but
head coach said OSP has always had it, believes he can be a world champion. And they said they've always had to be
good range by Ovince.
Great balance.
That's the athleticism. That's the athletic.
Happy with that exchange, and Jon immediately attacked.
Now, remember, the awkwardness is what makes him special.
Jones was that he was bigger than you thought he was going to be.
When you look at him next to Ovince Saint Preux is the same size.
3 weeks notice for OSP.
He has not had a fight for a while, so he may not be as aggressive as one.
Right on the shin.
Saint Preux said tonight, can he take advantage?
Job by Ovince, keeping that right hand on the inside thigh. Nice knee by Ovince down to advance the position.
He keeps slapping that hand down. Jon
nice head kick
many times with that left body kick, and he goes to the knee. Nice knee to the body by Ovince. Exchanges and trying to get it back after he gets hit. Knee.
He utilizes that.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
But he took this fight on 3 weeks notice. You're looking a good account for himself. If he's just a little more active, I think he'd have a little more success.
Right when you said that.
This is OSP's fourth. The Shogun fight lasted 34 seconds.
Now you see Jon starting to time those oblique kicks as Ovince handed by Ovince. If he would throw more of those, he would have a lot more success. I said before.
So not putting against UDC. The final seconds of the round.
A little tired now. Positive. He's doing a good job. He just needs to be a little more active. I don't know if he can, being that he just took this fight.
And Joe, what would you tell Jon?
Jon comes back and hits him several times more. He's not only that, it seems like to me that Ovince is starting to slow down his success. And there's one of them. Hard jab.
Hard jab.
That Law always has. It's one of the reasons why the rumble.
Nice jab by Ovince. There he goes.
Good right hand as well. It's such a dangerous kick.
Not only is he landing that, he's setting that trap. He's trying.
Yeah. He tried to follow up with the knee.
One-shot guy. He's a break-you-down guy. And that's what he started.
Judging distance on that jab.
Ovince, a lot of conventional. Maybe it's because he's taking so many of those oblique kicks.
All right, Jon.
Check. Nice head coach put PTAW on the wall. Prove them. Keep in mind, Ovince Saint Preux is a nat.
As Ovince switches stance, there's a technique coming for him.
He He's also avoided the clinch, DC.
Ovince has done a phenomenal job of staying in the middle of the octagon.
He's got great Grecos on the clock here in round 3.
Very nice. And that's
4 since Ovince has thrown a punch.
A championship. Look at that spin.
Yes.
Big side kick.
Every time he switches to southpaw, he throws that oblique kick. He's almost 3 rounds in, you know, so you may as well start to let it go. You are still losing no matter if you're in there. Even though you're in there, you're still
headed to the championship rounds, knowing you as the Olympian and competitor that you are.
This may end up being a blessing in disguise for him to get his feet back in the octagon. This looks like it's going to be a long fight. It already has been.
Power behind his kicks.
Oh man, that left kick is so powerful from Saint Preux.
He's such an athlete. I mean, just nice leg kick. Very. And in the overall fluidity of his martial art technique.
He played linebacker. He looks like a linebacker.
He landed another nice leg.
MMA skills are catching up to his pure athleticism.
Phenomenal. He looks great right now as he's starting to let his stuff go again. But this is not where
he's going to get taken down.
Now he needs to get up. There you go. He has got back to your feet.
That's a very impressive defense of Jon.
Jon going to try to take him down again.
Jumping's about, hey, the clock is ticking. You might as well let it go now, right?
Doing that more in this round.
Well, also, he got through 3 rounds.
Anderson Silva, Jon Jones, those types of guys. And once you feel them, nice elbow by Jon, back-to-back elbows.
Look at those numbers.
The one pressing the action forward. This is the problem.
Side control.
Strong side control. Saint Preux that's exhausted from that takedown attempt earlier in the round. Plenty of time to go. Jon's also looking to get that mounted crucifix.
Walking himself over the top to try and cause a scramble. Nasty. Because right here he goes. Now he needs to continue this action. He needs to continue walking his feet here.
And the elbow.
What's the matter? That's how he submitted Vitor. He's pushing down on that arm.
And here, 3/4 mount by Jones. And now Ovince is in trouble.
Up his back.
He's got a hook.
Back of the head.
20 seconds. Final seconds of the round. What happens? Jones obviously released in final round.
Ovince knows now he can get the rub, DC.
This is the rub. This is, like I said, WWE. This is hand raised.
Okay, not everybody was with us on
receive the rub. You fight Conor McGregor, you receive the rub. Anderson Silva, it was like come the star.
Not just the eyes on you, but also to understand what
embrace the rub.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only say arguably because you're right next to me. Nice spinning back kick.
Already a Hall of Famer, credential-wise.
Great job by Ovince circling back to the center.
And the light heavyweight championship.
Ovince has got to uncork that
more of those big body kicks that he's known for.
I just think he's worried about getting taken down in that last round, rather. I think the second half of the round when he was.
I alluded earlier to the possibility of UFC 200, of course, and
yes, we do.
The UFC fans around the world are going to love it.
Honest, there's so many answers to your movements.
Now this and now Ovince is going to find himself. He has to continue the action.
I felt that through the bottom of the soles of my feet.
Now the left arm is dangling of Ovince Saint Preux.
Right.
Yep, there it is.
That takedown might have hurt his shoulder.
Awesome, right now is the time, because if he starts hanging that arm and he looks hurt,
it's an elbow.
Yes. And there's nothing wrong with that.
1 minute up. He likes to slash, then he likes to come.
He's in defensive shell mode now. You're absolutely.
He may have lost his title, but the champ is back. Ovince Saint Preux. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 50-45 and 50-45 for the winner by champion, Jon Jones.